Hi, my name is Jan Snyder. I'm a psychologist in private practice here in Gainesville, and I'm also a member of the UF Mindfulness team. I'm also director of a local center called Shambhala Gainesville. And I'm sorry that I can't be on campus doing this in person. I enjoy coming to campus usually once or twice a semester and meeting with all of you and meditating together. This session was going to be dedicated to mindful test taking, and we did this together last semester, and I really enjoyed it. And I guess this semester we're certainly dealing with other circumstances here. So I am sitting here in my meditation room at my house. I'll actually show you. This is a Shambhala shrine, and that's part of my setup when I come in here to meditate. Shambhala has a Tibetan Buddhist tradition to it, so I have a particular shrine here, but I'm here to just talk in general about what might be useful to you in terms of mindful test taking. Certainly you are in different circumstances this semester, with many of you being at home, I know, and certainly I would think with test taking, having to be conscious of what kind of surroundings you have, and what kind of conditions you've set up in order for you to be at the top of your game in order to take your tests at this point in the semester. So I thought I'd talk in general about a few things that you might think about, again, since you're at home, or again, I guess some of you may still be in dorms. And also thought I would do a practice with you. It's traditionally, it's called a loving kindness meditation, or metta. You might have heard of it as metta, which is a Pali word. It's also called a Maitri practice in Sanskrit. Maitri spelled Maitri. I was never quite sure how to spell that. But it's a loving kindness meditation, and there's a traditional form to it. But it also can be, you can come up with your own variation for it to fit your circumstance in terms of test taking. So last semester when I came in and we did a session using loving kindness meditation, we actually generated different statements from those of you who had come to that session, and we put them together and did a loving kindness meditation and related to test taking. Because you're not here, I had to take the liberty of thinking about some phrases that maybe will be helpful to you, and so I'll offer those to you. But please feel free to come up with whatever phrases might be helpful to you if you'd like to do this kind of meditation to help your test taking. Before we talk about that and before we do that meditation, I just wanted to talk in general about some things you might want to think about in order to increase your ability to feel mindful and centered as you're approaching your test taking time. One is to, and I sound like a real mother here, but one thing is to get good sleep. I know I remember back to when I was a student as like sleep routine. What are you talking about? But having some sort of good sleep routine, especially before you're about to take a test, is something to keep in mind. It gets you in sync with your body's natural rhythms. So I would recommend just getting good sleep, even if it's only the few days before your test. Hopefully you can study during the day and not be up all night. But so thinking about your sleep routine, not being on screens right before you go to bed is known to be helpful. for us. Um, Eating well, again, I know that as students, oftentimes we're just doing what we can do as students, but if you have the ability, if you're with family or you have a family who are feeding you well during this time, to just make sure that that you're eating well, that you're sleeping well. Um, Lots of benefits to getting regular physical activity. I know I've really been enjoying this time at home in terms of just building in more physical activity for myself. And I really can feel the benefits of that. So again, just making sure that you're physically active in some way, even if it's just getting outside and walking. Um, Being outside in the fresh air is really helpful. Mental health wise, having sunlight and being outside in it is particularly helpful to us human beings. So I would recommend that. And again, just thinking about this as you're getting into your exam time. I know that's coming up. Um, Something else is to, and it's a little ironic to say this because I know many of us are having to live on Zoom and Google Classroom and all that these days, but as much as you can unplug, it will help your brain to think better when you're taking your tests. So as much as you can unplug, and I know that's so hard these days. It's so hard anyway. We're all on our phones, but I know I spend all day on Zoom now these days, and I really feel the difference. I'm not used to it. So as much as you can unplug is good for you. One practice that you could try is if you just need to ground yourself, is to do an exercise where you take 2 deep breaths and then just center on each of your senses. So you might take a couple deep breaths and choose 3 things that you are seeing, and then move on to hearing, move on to smell, touch, taste, but just really it's grounding yourself in your senses. So that's another practice that you can do. And again, getting outside really, really helps with that. Finally, also, there's a practice, I know we do this in Shambhala, we do a walking meditation practice, and we have a kind of a formal way that we do that. You don't have to do it formally, but just getting outside and, we tend to hold our hands like this, but any way that you might get outside and just feel your steps on the earth as you walk, that can be a nice grounding exercise. So these are all ways to actually allow you to get a little bit more in sync with your body and your mind, and that's going to help you with taking your tests. So I offer all of those as just suggestions for ways to maximize that for yourself. So getting to a bit of a more formal practice, again, this practice is called metta, or loving kindness meditation. There's a traditional form of it. So I'll explain the traditional form, and then maybe we can do together a loving kindness test taking form of this. So the traditional form of metta is you would take a seat. You can't see me. I'm sitting on a cushion right now, but you can take a seat on a chair with your feet just sort of together on the floor. You don't want to cross your feet, just energetically having your feet resting on the floor, feeling a good contact with your seat on a chair or a couch or is good. Main thing is not to be leaning back if you're on a chair or a couch. Again, that's an energetic flow sort of thing. And so if your back is a little straighter, your energy is flowing a little more freely. It gets a little more blocked if we're leaning back. So just taking a good seat where it's basically that you don't have to struggle at all. you can simply rest and know that the seat is holding you up, that the floor is holding you. You're simply resting. One image is it's like your bones are the coat hanger and your body is the coat, and you can just simply rest. So no tension, just no tension. So here you are, you're sitting resting, and what you can do is start with taking a few deep breaths. Again, that just simply brings you into your body, and you know how to breathe. You don't need instruction for that. Some people are conscious of breath coming through their nostrils. Some people are conscious of it in their chest. Some people are conscious of breath moving in and out of one's abdomen. So wherever you're conscious of the breath is fine. I tend to feel it in my abdomen. So just a couple relaxed breaths again. And one way you can focus on this is it's the feeling of your body breathing. You don't even have to think about breaths because you know how to breathe. You don't have to think about it. So it's really the feeling of your body breathing. Some people like to put their tongue on the roof of their mouth, which allows your mouth to naturally open a little bit and your cheeks to relax. I find that kind of helpful because the air flows out of my mouth. So a few times of breathing. And then what we do in metta is we are saying phrases to ourselves. So the traditional metta is, may I be safe, may I be strong, or we could add, may I be strong in body and mind. May I be happy. May I have ease of well-being. So you can even close your eyes as I'm saying this. I'll repeat the phrases. So it's, may I be safe. May I be strong in body and mind. May I be happy. May I have ease of well-being. So I'll repeat those one more time. May I be safe. May I be strong in body and mind. May I be happy. May I have ease of well-being. So we are going to take those phrases and just keep extending them outward. So we're extending this loving kindness. So we always start with ourselves. We are always our instrument of extending out to the world. So we started that with ourselves. Now we're going to extend that to special mentors. It might be a special teacher that you have. Could be just people who come to mind who just are special to you. I'll put it that way. So now we say, may you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. And again, you're thinking of that special person. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. So let's extend that further. We're going to extend that to close family and friends, so those who are dear to you. So may you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. So now let's extend that out further to neighbors, co-workers, other students. If you had a job or have a job, might be to clients, to people you come in contact with or you used to come in contact with physically. So we're extending out to them. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. I think this is particularly relevant right now during our COVID crisis, that people who are out there helping to serve us, people who we worked with in jobs, people who are now out of jobs and struggling, we're sending this to them. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. Let's extend it out further. Again, during these times, we can extend this to people on the front lines, all the nurses and doctors who feel like they are risking so much to go to work and to go practice what they've been trained in. I've heard people say they never imagined that they would be on the front lines like this. So let's extend to them, just all the people on the front lines or dealing with those who are sick. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. You may hear my doggies who are barking in the background here since I'm at home. Again, so, our hearts go out to all those who are working so hard. May you be protected and safe. We can add that. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. So we're going to keep extending out. Now we're extending to people that we may actually have some negative feelings about, people who have hurt us or people with whom we're in some struggle, people who we just have trouble connecting with, and we're going to send it to them. May you be safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. And if you can't quite do it for that person, you can send this to your connection to that person. So even if you feel like it's a little hard to send that to the person, you can wish this for your connection with that person. So it's like, may my connection with you be safe. May my connection with you be strong in body and mind. May my connection with you be happy. May my connection with you have ease of well-being. Or may our connection be safe. May our connection be strong. May our connection be happy. May our connection have ease of well-being. And finally, we're going to send this out to all sentient beings in the universe. And certainly these days, we feel, I think, especially connected to people out there everywhere where this virus is affecting all of us. I've been getting emails from people I know in India, people I've met in my travels. We are all connected. So we're going to send out to them people who don't have the luxury of being in shelter, who don't have the luxury of social distancing. So may you be protected and safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. So sending it out to really everyone. May you be protected and safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. We'll send that one more time, really heartfelt. May you be protected and safe. May you be strong in body and mind. May you be happy. May you have ease of well-being. And they do find energetically when we send out these contemplations, these messages, energetically, it really does register. So we're actually doing something here. So the reason I know that took us a little afield right now from your test taking specifically, and I am going to come back to that, but I wanted you to get a feel for how you can use this practice. You can, I know it's so hard to listen to the news these days. Many of us wake up, I listen to NPR, and it's often a hard way to start my day. But this can offset, because I know a lot of us are struggling with also feeling very depressed and anxious. And here we are in our homes and we're cut off from seeing our friends and our groups of people who we normally socialize with. So this loving kindness meditation, I wanted you to have it as a tool because you can especially use it during this time, both for yourself in getting through this, for your family, for friends, for people at Publix who are helping us get our groceries, all the people, driving those delivery trucks, Instacart people, Amazon driver, just all the people keeping our society going right now who we can appreciate in this way and send out loving kindness to. So you have the tool there and you can, so now what I want to do is to show you how you can take any of those phrases, and this is true anytime, not just during a pandemic. You can take any of those phrases and adjust them. So you can adjust them for yourself to whatever is relevant, if you're embroiled in a family situation, may I be kind, may I be patient, may I be strong in speech and mind, may I feel ease of well-being. If you have a situation, I know many of us are spending more time with family members these days, and that's not always the easiest thing to do. So you can adjust the phrases to whatever you would like. So as I said, last semester, we adjusted those phrases. Everybody weighed in and we did particular aspects of test taking. So excuse me for making it a little generic. at this point, but feel free to adjust these phrases for the kind of tests that you're facing or the different subjects where you might feel stronger in one, weaker in another. So I came up with, here's some suggested phrases. I thought, may I be focused? May I be strong in body and mind? May I relax in what I know? May I feel ease and well-being? So let's try that a couple times. And again, you can feel free to close your eyes and just, just contemplate the word. You can just listen to the words. Oftentimes when you're closing your eyes and if someone is saying some words to you, we call this a contemplation. It's a little bit of contemplation as opposed to a meditation. And with a contemplation, you just kind of receive the words and you let them just kind of wash over you. And it might be a word that remains. It might be a feeling that you stay with. Whatever still stays with you is fine. So I invite you to close your eyes. And again, we're sending this for you, right? Because you're about to have to take your tests. So a couple deep breaths. So, may I be focused? May I be strong in body and mind? May I relax in what I know? May I feel ease and well-being? May I feel focused? May I be strong in body and mind? May I relax in what I know? May I feel ease and well-being? May I be focused? May I be strong in body and mind? May I relax in what I know? May I feel ease and well-being? So you can open your eyes if you have. And again, typically with that metta practice, we expand the circles out and out. So you could wish that for your fellow students, and again, you could even do it in the way that I did it with you before. So you could extend that to your close friends. So may so-and-so be focused. May so-and-so, be strong in body and mind. So you could send it to your close friends. You could send it to all the people in your classroom. You could send it to the person in your classroom with whom you've had some disagreement, or you're not particularly fond of this person, but you're still wishing them all of this positive energy. You can send that out to all the students at all the universities who are having to take exams online. I know I just talked to my niece who is a student at Tulane, and she was telling me about her semester. So you could send it to all the students dealing with this, and then send it to all the students all over the world who are dealing with this. So, so as you can see, it works. And it works in terms of being able to always extend it out. And you always start with yourself, because again, as I said, you're the instrument of all this. If we can't extend loving kindness to ourselves, then we really can't extend it to other people. So it's got to start with you. So I hope this is helpful. I do sincerely wish that all of you feel all of this, that you do feel focused and strong in body and mind and relaxed in what you know, and that you feel ease and well-being. And I know this has just been a hard way to be at school and be doing your classes. And I really wish all of you just a good ending to your semester and beginning for those of you who are starting up anew, either in the summer or maybe in the fall. Um, if if any of you have any questions and you'd like to contact me, you could contact me at Dr. Jan M as in Mary Snyder, SNYDER @gmail.com. I'd be happy to send, I can send you a printed copy of the metta practice if you'd like that. Or certainly if you have any questions about doing this practice for yourselves, please feel free to get in touch. And so I have my gong sitting here, so maybe I will gong us out. And thank you so much. And again, I hope this is of benefit to you. And I miss seeing your faces, but I'm imagining all of you out there. So, okay, I will gong us out. So thank you. I wish you well. I hope you do great on your exams, and hope this leads to some contemplation and meditation for you in the future. And I look forward to seeing you at UF in the future. Okay, bye-bye.